Okay, this Sunday we have the Survivor Series. For the past couple of years, this has been kind of a shadow of what it used to be. It used to be, this was like the last big event. Now it's been kind of eclipsed a little bit by Armageddon, and this used to be, you pretty much saw giant 8-10 man elimination tag matches. It was great. In some cases, you even saw like 8 tag teams, 4 on each side. So you had like an 8-man elimination match. But it was once you pinned one member of a tag team, that team was eliminated. Then they would do a 5-person format. But let's run down what we got for the list of matches. We've got Taker versus Show casket match. It's a casket match. Taker really doesn't lose those. Give it to Taker. Hopefully the Taker Edge thing is done. Triple H versus Kozlov. Actually, I think not Triple H versus Kozlov and Hardy. Now, we didn't actually, when we voted for this match, we didn't want to see it, so we're going to see it again. And I don't picture Kozlov holding the title. And I don't picture Hardy getting the title right now either. I could see Hardy probably win the title sometime next year, but I don't see him win it this year. Okay, the other singles match. Jericho versus Cena. It's Cena, it's in Boston. Last time he had a title match in Boston was against Edge, and he lost. They're hyping him an awful lot. It would be great to see Jericho go over, because he would have a monster heel push going into Armageddon and the Royal Rumble. But last time we saw Cena re-debut at a pay-per-view, he won. Okay, now we've got, let's see what we got in the way of actual elimination tag matches. Okay, we got Raw versus SmackDown with the Divas, or Divas versus Divers. Let's see who we've got on this list. We've got, looks like Natalie, Maris, I guess that's the way Maria looks now, Victoria and Michelle McCool versus Beth, Mickey, Kelly, Candice, and Jillian. The Raw Divas, if this is booked properly, should be able to absolutely annihilate the SmackDown roster. Period. I mean, SmackDown roster, you've got 2 actual women's wrestlers who can actually legitimately go in the ring. And then you've got 3 who have got some skills, but nah. On the other side, you've got Beth Phoenix, Mickie James, Candice. It's actually pretty good. She hasn't had a real chance to be decent when she came back. And Jillian can also go. So the weakest thing on that person, on that team, is Kelly, who is on like some monster push who we know she's not getting eliminated. She could actually maybe become the sole survivor, which would be a travesty, but either way I'll pick the Raw Divers team for that one. Okay, now we got Team Batista versus Team Orton. Here's one of our other traditional Survivor Series elimination matches. So you've got R-Truth or K-Quick or Ron the Truth Killings, Hardy, Punk, Kingston, and Batista versus Orton, Benjamin, Cody Rhodes. Wow, that's a really bizarre pose for Regal and Henry. I'm really trying to figure out exactly why Regal is in this match as opposed to Manu. Because when you pair everybody up, Orton and Batista are going to feud again. Oh, that's also an old picture of Orton too, he doesn't have his sleeves. And then you've got Hardy is still feuding with Henry over the ECW title, so those 2 guys make sense. R-Truth is feuding with Benjamin, that one again makes sense. But then you've got the tag champs who won them off Team Priceless or Priceless, whatever they're calling them now. And against you, Cody Rhodes and Regal. This one, it's kind of a toss-up. I know Hardy's currently somewhat injured. I know Dave's been whining backstage is why he had his magnificent 8-day title run. I could almost see Orton eliminating Punk to try to keep their storyline going, but I'll have to give this one to Team Batista, because I think Dave's complaining enough backstage that he might actually be able to pull something out. And then last and certainly not least, we've got Team HBK versus Team JBL. HBK side, you have HBK, Crime Time, Mysterio, and the Great Khali against JBL, Miz and Morrison, MVP, and Kane. Now, again, like in the last one, I understand the JBL HBK thing. I think they can have a pretty decent feud. The Crime Time, Miz Morrison thing is the solidest of gold. Why neither of those tag teams is currently holding a title, I'll never understand why. Kane and Mysterio, apparently their feud is done. Their feud supposedly ended in London, but they're still on opposing teams. And apparently MVP and Khali are having a feud. Sorry, MVP, I guess you're being down-pushed and you have to now job to the Great Khali. You know, the faces on this side, you've got a pretty decent collection of talent. I think this is going to be a disgustingly exciting match. But I almost go for Team JBL on this one. I think that, you know, we've seen Miz and Morrison be able to pull out almost anything. And for them to be able to knock off, you know, either Crime Time in this match or HBK gives them a lot more credibility and pushes them a lot more. And, you know, HBK, Mysterio, they can lose matches and it's not going to devalue them at all. Khali,